we have an update. You know, on an ongoing basis, people have been sending in emails recounting their experiences with apparently the manager of Hulk Hogan's beach shop down there in Florida, the fellow named Ron, don't call me Opie Howard. And Ron Howard, the manager, apparently has never met a conspiracy theory that he doesn't like. And he rants at these people. And we even at first we had people accusing the first guy that wrote in the email and recounted that can't be true. He made that up. And then person after person kept writing in with their testimonials on what happened with them and their interactions with Ron Howard. And then people started to say, well, go to Facebook. People have been leaving reviews like that for over a year on this guy, right? He's anti-mask. He doesn't believe in COVID. He thinks that Trump is still president and that the government's trying to track us with vaccines, and the whole plethora, the whole cornucopia, the whole schmear, as they used to say, of all the craziness in the right wing is encapsulated in Ron Howard here. But now he's taken a further step, Brian. Before, he was just castigating people if they wore a mask and tried to adhere to public health guidelines, and he was honestly just trying to grift a good buck out of people, giving him $50 and $100 to hold title belts for pictures.
The American way, sure.
The American way. But now he's trying to do what those snowflakes do. The cancel culture, Brian. He's canceling people. He's a snowflake.
What? What do you mean
he is canceling people? Well, just listen to this. Because Tony, I won't give his last name. Ron Howard may be stalking him. But Tony has sent us an email saying, Jim and Brian, you won't believe it, but Ron Howard himself sent me a very interesting notice. I've been banned from Hogan's Beach Shop for life. Whatever will I do? And Tony continues, you're in for a treat. An email straight from the man himself.
Oh, my God.
He has forwarded the ban notice. And lastly, he says he mentioned I got my picture with the WCW belt, which is correct. That was my mistake. He did mention what happened to the NWA belt, though. So you'll understand that clarification here in a second when I read Ron Howard's ban notice. But anyway,
let me just stop you real quick. I mean, because you have this in front of you. This looks legitimate. This doesn't look like this guy made up an email from Ron Howard or anything.
Well, am I allowed to give the email that's when a guy has an email with his name at the name of his business.com?
Well, look, serious inquiries only, but that's not my question. Forget it. Just do what you're going to do.
I'm just telling you that he's forwarded me this email from a guy that has an email address of name@business.com.
Okay.
And the subject is Hogan's Beach Shop lifetime ban notice.
Is it in caps?
Yes. There's a header. You are hereby banned for life from Hogan's Beach Shop as of the sending of this notice. And then the salutation, Tony, it has come to my attention that you have leaked private conversations that occurred in Hogan's Beach Shop back in early February 2022. I distinctly remember, most specifically, our conversations as we moved around the store. Those conversations were private, protected speech, which you violated when you disparaged myself, Hogan's Beach Shop, and Hulk Hogan himself. So, did you know when you have a conversation in a store with a shopkeeper that is private, protected speech and actionable if you relate that conversation to other people? Were you aware of that, Brian?
That's 100% true, except in any court of law ever.
Ever. And this email continues. It didn't take too long to find your invoice for the $50 picture with the WCW belt. You didn't leave an address, but I have your phone number and email on file. Keep that in mind! !
Oh my God, that's a threat.
Well, either that or a promise. Those conversations were private protected speech which you violated when you disparaged myself, Hogan's Beach Shop, and Hulk Hogan himself. I think he cut and pasted that one from 2 paragraphs up. You also released highly sensitive security details, which compromises our ability to protect the original belts from Vince and other sinister agents. That either sounds like a punk rock band or a great fucking tag team and manager, Vince and the Sinister Agents.
Oh my God.
He continues, it is a serious offense as Hulk's original NWA belt. And see, this is the NWA WCW. I'm not sure Ron knows the difference. Original NWA belt was stolen by agents of Vince McMahon. This is a known fact in the industry. We're going back to capitals now. Due to your disparaging comments and transgressions, you are hereby banned for life from Hogan's Beach Shop.
Oh.
Back to lowercase. As with any lifetime ban decision, I spoke with Hulk, and he agrees with the ban 100%. How it must feel to know that your childhood hero thinks that you are nothing more than an untrustworthy sheep. If you reveal any further discussions from that day, you will be forcing us to get out legal team involved. Maybe he meant get our legal team involved, but that's his legal team, the get out legal team. They will get you out. And it's signed sincerely, Ron Howard, owner, Hogan's Beach Shop, not manager, owner, Hogan's Beach Shop.
You know, beyond the craziness, which I'm sure we'll get to in a moment, and the complete lack of an understanding of how the legal system works and how laws are applied, in terms of the actual lifetime ban, how many people do you think returned to Hogan's Beach Shop without any of these occurrences? How many people go, see everything, and go, you know, I'm going to come back here tomorrow?
What do they call it in the legal system when it's the oh my gosh, the recidivism rate when former criminals return to their crimes? I don't know that they got a lot of repeat business. That he did have some people, you know, that were, Ron's not a bad guy. I've been friends with him forever. Yeah, he did vote for Donald Trump, and yeah, he is a Republican. Well, then that disqualifies him from being a good guy anyway. And then they'll kind of admit, well, he is opinionated. And then they'll kind of halfway admit everything that we've all been talking about is true, but he's still a nice guy. That's what some of them say. And the other ones say that they can't get away from him, and he harasses their children when they wear masks in his store in the middle of a pandemic. And this was going back to before vaccinations.
I want to believe this so much that he got on the phone and he called Hulk Hogan. And he said, you know, hello, brother, it's me. It's Ron. Listen, I got to talk to you about this guy.
Who?
I got to tell you about this guy.
Who are you?
He's let everyone know about the secret information about where the belts are hidden. He did it on a very popular podcast. Vince's secret agents or sinister agents will find out. Hulkster, I have to ban him. Are you okay with that? Yeah, sure, brother. All right.
What you got to do, brother?
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, because the private protected speech is great. The highly sensitive security details. He's got a beach shop with belts hanging on the wall across the street from the fucking ocean. I don't think it's Fort Knox. I don't know that there's a lot of high tech. What do you think? They got the laser beams where you have to step over them carefully, or elsewise if you trip one, the ceiling drops on you. And the sinister you know, it's a well-known fact in the industry, Brian. Sinister agents of Vince McMahon stole Hulk's original belt.
I want to create a Hulk Hogan bullshit museum where you take all the things he's lied about and you actually make a museum of that, but pretend it's all real. Like, a wax dummy of him with Metallica.
Brother, they got one, brother. You haven't heard about it? It's in Washington. They call it the Smithsonian right now, but they're changing it to the Bolé.
A calendar that has 400 days on it that he worked every single day. The Hulk Hogan Bullshit Museum. What a crazy story here. And he's seeking out people who spoke on this show. He's seeking them out to send them threatening emails because no one gives a shit about a lifetime ban from, some quasi-museum in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that was very thinly veiled. I have your email and your phone number. Keep that in mind.
I also am an expert in bird law, so you better watch out.
No, down there it's pelicans and seagulls. See, if you're not a beach bird, they don't know anything about the bird law down there in Florida.
You see what happens when Jimmy Hart's not in charge?
Yeah, everything goes to hell without Poo-Poo in charge of things. Jimmy Hart would have that store running like a well-oiled machine.